93 years old, and she's still breaking necks on the runway. Not with surgery, not with filters, not with magic, with discipline, with dignity, with decades of wisdom baked into her bones. Her name is Carmen Dell'orefice, and what I'm about to show you will challenge everything you think you know about aging. Because this woman, yes, this 93-year-old, doesn't just walk. She glides. She doesn't just live. She commands the room. She doesn't chase youth. She redefines it. I'm Dr. Lillian Brooks, cardiologist and senior vitality specialist, and I've seen patients in their 50s feel 80 and women in their 80s feel 40. But Carmen, she's in a category of her own. And today, I want to break down, piece by piece, the exact lifestyle behind her glow. No fluff, no fake pills, just real, repeatable rituals you can start today. You see, aging isn't your enemy. Stagnation is. And if you're watching this in your 50s, 60s, or 70s, this might just be your wake-up call. Because what Carmen has done is revolutionary, not by avoiding age, but by owning it, by dancing with it, by becoming ageless from the inside out. So pause, breathe. Tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? Because we are building a global circle of men and women who refuse to fade quietly. Click that subscribe button. Not for me, for the you who still has time left to glow. Make sure to watch to the end. You won't want to miss a single secret. Now let's begin. Let me ask you something. What if your breakfast was speeding up your wrinkles? What if your snacks were silently turning off your longevity genes? Now flip that. What if you could eat like a 93-year-old supermodel and feel better than you did at 40? Carmen Dell'orefice doesn't just eat to survive. She eats to stay sculpted, sharp, and sovereign. And what's fascinating, as a doctor I can tell you, her eating pattern mirrors what the latest longevity science is screaming from rooftops. Let me show you how it works. 1. She starts her day light, not heavy. No stacks of pancakes, no sugar-flooded cereal, and definitely no glass of orange juice. One of the biggest blood sugar bombs seniors are unknowingly drinking every morning. Carmen sips green tea. Specifically, matcha. A dark, rich, polyphenol-packed drink known to activate the body's stress defenses.
That's right. She drinks stress. We call it hormesis in the medical world. A little healthy stress makes your body stronger. And Carmen? She's been microdosing that stress for decades through food. 2. She eats mostly plants, but not just any plants. She eats stressed plants. Yes, you heard that right. Vegetables grown in harsh environments, no pesticides, no protective chemicals, produce more antioxidants, more polyphenols, and more compounds that literally talk to your longevity genes. Bright red, deep green, dark purple, spinach, kale, purple cabbage, blueberries, broccoli rabe. Color is code for anti-aging. Repeat that with me. Color is code for anti-aging. These foods activate the same cellular repair pathways we see in fasting, without having to starve. 3. She doesn't snack all day. She fasts, strategically. Carmen doesn't graze. She gives her body rest from digestion. And you should too, because it's not just what you eat, it's when you eat. Her pattern? A late lunch or early dinner. 1 or 2 meals a day. No constant chewing, no insulin spikes. And here's why it matters. Every time you eat, your body is working. Your cells are processing. Your blood sugar is rising. But when you stop eating, the body switches into repair mode. It triggers something called autophagy, a deep clean for your cells. Your brain, liver, and heart all thank you. It's like spring cleaning every single day, but on a cellular level. So ask yourself, are you letting your body clean itself, or are you feeding it all day long out of habit? 4. Her meals? Clean, intentional, Mediterranean-inspired. When she eats, it's beautiful, not processed, not rushed. Olive oil drizzled over leafy greens, a bit of wild-caught fish on occasion, nuts, seeds, legumes, no red meat, no dairy overload, and sugar? Almost never. She doesn't chase flavor. She cultivates health. And the glow comes as a side effect. Let me repeat the formula. This is what we call the Carmen method. Eat less often. Eat colorful, stressed plants. Start light, stay hydrated. Avoid sugar, white bread, processed snacks. Eat beautifully, not mindlessly. And it works. I've had patients in their 70s adopt this and drop 20 years of chronic fatigue. I've seen blood pressure drop, inflammation markers plummet, skin literally glow, focus return, even libido improve. Yes, food affects everything. Now let me ask you again. What did you eat today? Was it keeping you alive or helping you thrive? Comment below with the one food you're ready to give up or the one anti-aging food you'll add starting today. Because just like Carmen, you still have time to rebuild your cells from the inside out. And don't worry, we'll circle back to this again later. Because I know repetition is the beginning of transformation. How do you start your morning? Now. Imagine you're Carmen Dell'orefice. You're 93. You've modeled for Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, walked for Dior, and you've outlived more trends than we can count. So what does a woman like Carmen do every single day that keeps her graceful, grounded, and glowing? It's not Botox. It's not a $3,000 face cream. It's discipline, simplicity, and rituals that nourish instead of deplete. Let's take a peek at some of her daily habits, because these are not out of reach for you. 1. Slow mornings over stressful starts. Carmen doesn't jump into chaos. She begins her day slowly. She hydrates. She stretches her body like a ballerina warming up. She believes that how you begin your morning sets the tone for the entire day and your entire life. Tip for you. When you wake up tomorrow, before checking your phone or rushing into anything, sit up. Take 5 deep breaths. Stretch your neck and shoulders. Say something kind to yourself. This 1 minute can literally lower your blood pressure and reset your nervous system. 2. Anti-aging nutrition over fads. Carmen swears by anti-inflammatory foods. Not trendy crash diets, but timeless meals. Wild salmon, steamed vegetables. A splash of olive oil, green tea. And yes, dark chocolate in moderation. Why? Because aging is inflammation. And the more you reduce inflammation, the more you extend your youth on the inside and out. Doctor's tip. Want to glow at 70, 80, 90? Cut the sugar. Eat colorful vegetables. Add omega-3s. Your skin, joints, and brain will thank you. 3. Sleep is her superpower. She prioritizes sleep, like it's her job. She calls it beauty sleep for a reason. It's when the body repairs itself, especially your brain. If you're waking up 2-3 times a night, this may be your signal to start protecting your evenings. No caffeine after 2 p.m. A warm shower before bed, dimming the lights, 2 hours before sleep. No scrolling. Your phone's blue light ages your brain faster than cigarettes. Quick check-in. Where are you watching from today? I want to know where my radiant seniors are tuning in from. Drop your city or country in the comments. Don't be shy. We're building a community here. Now let's step into Carmen Dell'orefice's day. Not the fantasy version, the real daily rituals that have helped her body stay strong, her mind stay clear, and her skin defy time. You might think it's some $500 serum or a futuristic therapy, but no. It begins the moment she wakes up. Let's start in the morning. She doesn't reach for her phone. Carmen begins her day in silence. She listens to her breath. She stretches. She thanks her body for waking up. This is intentional living. And studies show it reduces stress hormones like cortisol that speed up aging. She then drinks warm water with lemon, not coffee, not soda. That small ritual jumpstarts digestion and keeps her skin hydrated from the inside out. Then, movement. Motion is lotion, I always say to my older patients. Carmen walks, gently stretches, sometimes does ballet-based movements. Just 15 minutes every morning. No gym, no pressure. By mid-morning, she enjoys a light breakfast, often Greek yogurt, berries, and walnuts, foods high in probiotics, antioxidants, and omega-3s. These aren't just healthy. They protect your brain, your joints, and even boost your mood. Now, let's fast forward to the afternoon. Carmen practices what I call elegant mindfulness. She reads, listens to classical music, and avoids overstimulation. Seniors, listen closely. Your nervous system needs rest. Calm surroundings. Slower aging, better heart health, stronger memory. And at night? She eats early. No big meals at 9 p.m. She finishes eating by 6 or 7. A soft version of intermittent fasting. Then, before bed, she has a skin ritual. Not 20 steps, just gentle cleansing, olive oil or vitamin E, and lots of self-respect. But here's the real magic. Carmen doesn't just treat her skin. She touches it with appreciation. When was the last time you looked in the mirror and felt grateful for your wrinkles? For the life those lines represent? Aging isn't something to fix. It's something to honor. The truth about sex, sensuality, and the silent shame around aging desire. And how Carmen rewrites the rules. Let's keep going. Now let's get real. Let's talk about something many shy away from: intimacy in later life. Yes, I'm talking about sex. And if you just flinched a little, that's okay. But before you scroll away, Carmen Dell'orefice would raise an eyebrow and tell you this: why should age rob us of pleasure? Sensuality isn't just about youth. It's about presence, touch, and connection. At 93, she doesn't shy away from this conversation. She embraces it. Because aging doesn't mean disconnecting from your body. It means reconnecting with it, deeper than ever before. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly felt comfortable in your skin? Not because someone else said you looked good, but because you felt good. You see, as a doctor who talks to hundreds of seniors each year, I can confidently tell you this: the loss of intimacy is more psychological than physical. Carmen reminds us that confidence, curiosity, and conversation matter more than any little blue pill. She walks tall, she speaks with poise, and she still believes that intimacy is essential to vitality. And medically speaking, she's not wrong. Because touch, affection, and even sexual connection boost oxytocin, lower stress, improve heart health, and yes, extend lifespan. So here's your prescription for today. Don't let the mirror be your only reflection. Let connection be one too. If Carmen can do it at 93, who says you can't at 70, or 60, or even 85? Let me know in the comments. Do you believe intimacy is still important after 70? I read every comment, and your stories matter. Carmen steps out each morning with purpose, greeting the new day with a gentle walk. As she says, "Exercise is my recharge," a mantra from a life lived in motion. Even at 90 plus, she credits her daily stroll, often with friends, for keeping heart, bones, and mind strong. As a doctor, I know that these simple, regular walks are a powerful medicine. In fact, research shows that walking lowers the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and diabetes, and even helps keep our minds sharp, reducing memory decline. Current studies report that meeting exercise guidelines, roughly 30 minutes of brisk walking most days, slashes the odds of age-related diseases. It's no coincidence that in the world's blue zone regions, where centenarians are common, daily walking and low-intensity movement are built into everyday life. Carmen's sunny morning walks and chats with friends exemplify this recipe for longevity. Gentle stretching and posture practice. Carmen's lifelong love of dance gave her a dancer's alignment, and she works to preserve it. She's even noted that she is regaining the posture I was used to through ballet after surgeries and joint replacements. This focus makes sense. Good posture isn't just elegant, it's strong. Standing tall engages core muscles, improving strength and balance. Likewise, simple stretching delivers real benefits for seniors. In one study, 10 weeks of easy lower body stretches significantly improved balance and cut the risk of falling in older adults. By starting her day with lunges, leg lifts, or yoga-inspired movements, Carmen ensures every muscle gets a gentle wake-up, enhancing flexibility and steadiness for whatever the day brings. Practical movement, tips for healthy aging, aim for a daily walk, are 30 min. Try to walk briskly most days, alone or with a friend. This is exactly what Carmen does. Studies show that achieving about 30 minutes of moderate walking 5 days a week can dramatically lower the risk of heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. Invite a companion to make it social and safe. Stretch gently each morning. Incorporate simple exercises like knee bends, leg lifts, or gentle yoga poses to loosen muscles and joints. Even these mild stretches can improve flexibility and balance in older adults. Keep water nearby and listen to your body. If a movement feels uncomfortable, ease up just as Carmen does. Stand and sit with good posture. Keep your spine aligned, shoulders back, and core engaged. Carmen's ballet background taught her the value of alignment, and as researchers note, good posture helps build strength and prevent falls. Try exercises like wall posture holds or seated posture checks. Even little cues, imagine a string lifting the top of your head, can reinforce a tall, strong position. Keep it social and fun. Turn exercise into a pleasure. Walk in a park, join a gentle exercise class, or stretch while listening to favorite music. Moving with others adds motivation and safety. In one trial, seniors in a regular exercise program, which included walking and balance exercises, were about 28% less likely to become disabled compared to those who did only stretching and health lectures. Sharing the journey can make all the difference. Let's talk about something Carmen never really boasts about. But it's there, quietly woven into her life like the gentle breeze that carries the scent of her herb garden. Carmen believes in the power of stillness. Not silence that's lonely, but silence that heals. She says, "People think I'm strong because I walk 5,000 steps a day. No, darling, I'm strong because I sit still. At least once a day. Sometimes at sunrise, other times right before bed." Carmen sits in total silence. No TV, no phone, no background music. Just her, a cup of warm ginger tea, and the sound of her own breath. Now pause for a second, seniors. When was the last time you sat in silence, not to scroll, not to sleep, but just to exist? No judgment here. It's hard, but it's also healing. Carmen says stillness helped her through the loss of her husband, through the stress of moving from one country to another, through the aches in her joints when winter visits too soon. It's like her internal reset button. She calls it her invisible spa. And believe it or not, it does wonders for her blood pressure, sleep quality, and even memory. Science now agrees. Quiet time improves brain function, lowers cortisol, and increases longevity. No pills, no subscriptions, just stillness. So, seniors, here's your Carmen challenge. Sit for 5 minutes today. No agenda, just breathe. That's it. But make it sacred. Make it yours. Because your body isn't the only thing that needs care. Your soul does too. Let's shift our focus from what Carmen puts in her body to what she lovingly applies on it, because true radiance is a marriage of internal health and external care. 1. The no-fuss facial cleanse. Each evening, Carmen gently removes her makeup with plain micellar water or an olive oil-based cleanser. Never harsh soaps that strip the skin's natural oils. As a cardiologist, I'll tell you, preserving that lipid barrier is crucial. It prevents dryness, irritation, and inflammation that can accelerate fine lines. Tip: use lukewarm water, pat dry with a soft cloth, and never tug at your skin. Think of your face like the petals of a rose. Handle with softness. 2. The power of plant oils. Carmen swears by a simple application of extra virgin olive oil or argan oils right after cleansing. These oils are rich in antioxidants, like vitamin E, and fatty acids that reinforce the skin's barrier, lock in moisture, and fight oxidative stress. Olive oil. High in oleic acid, it soothes and replenishes. Argan oil. Contains squalene and linoleic acid for elasticity. Science note. Topical antioxidants neutralize free radicals on contact, slowing the breakdown of collagen and elastin fibers, the scaffolding of youthful skin. 3. Gentle facial massage. Every night, Carmen spends 2 minutes massaging her face in upward strokes. No expensive tools, just her fingertips gliding over. 1. Jawline, cheeks, temples. 2. Under the eyes. Light taps to boost circulation. 3. Forehead, hairline. This does more than feel delightful. It increases lymphatic drainage, reducing puffiness, boosts blood flow, enhancing nutrient delivery, stimulates collagen production over time. Pro tip. Try adding a drop of rosehip oil during your massage. It's high in vitamin A and supports cell turnover. 4. Weekly micro-spa ritual. Once a week, Carmen treats herself to a clay mask, made from natural French or bentonite clay. Mixed with water or aloe vera gel, she leaves it on until it just dries, then rinses gently. The mask draws out impurities, balances oil production, gently exfoliates dead cells. Followed by a nourishing oil seal, this ritual acts like a mini facial at home. 5. Sunscreen as a daily habit. Perhaps the biggest secret to Carmen's ageless complexion. She never skips SPF, even on cloudy days. She applies a mineral-based sunscreen, zinc oxide or titanium dioxide, every morning year-round. This shields her skin from UV-induced DNA damage, one of the main drivers of premature aging. Medical reminder. Broad-spectrum SPF 30+ is non-negotiable. UV protection is the single most effective anti-aging step you can take. True anti-aging isn't just physical, it's profoundly mental and emotional. Carmen Dell'orefice credits much of her vitality to how she thinks, not just what she eats or applies. Let's unpack her mindset rituals. 1. Daily gratitude journaling. Each evening, Carmen spends 5 minutes writing down 3 moments she's thankful for: a friend's phone call, sunlight on her skin, or a memory that warms her heart. She says, "Gratitude keeps my spirit young." Why it matters. Science. Studies show that regular gratitude practice lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, improves sleep quality, and even reduces markers of inflammation. All factors linked to slower aging of the brain and body. Try it. Before bed tonight, jot down 3 simple things you appreciated today. Make it a habit. Tiny entries build a fountain of positivity over months and years. 2. Lifelong curiosity. At 93, Carmen still devours books on art, philosophy, and science. She experiments with new recipes, learns basic phrases in different languages, and marvels at modern technology. Wonder is the elixir of youth, she laughs. Why it matters. Science. Engaging novel activities stimulates neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to form new connections. This guards against cognitive decline, keeping memory and problem-solving sharp well into advanced age. Try it. Pick one new thing each week: a documentary on nature, a simple online course, or even a puzzle. Small doses of novelty light up your brain's reward centers and build mental resilience. 3. A purpose beyond self. For decades, Carmen has mentored young models, supported charitable causes, and shared her stories to inspire others. She believes that service, connection, and giving back fuel the soul. Purpose is the greatest wrinkle preventer. Why it matters. Science. Research links strong purpose in life with lower risk of heart disease, fewer depressive symptoms, and even a 15-20% increase in longevity. Having a why activates motivation circuits in the brain and sustains healthy behaviors. Try it. Identify one small way you can share your gifts. Write a letter to someone you admire. volunteer a few hours, or offer a listening ear to a neighbor. Even modest acts of service reinforce your sense of meaning and keep your biological systems humming. If longevity is a symphony, then what you eliminate is every bit as important as what you include. Carmen Dell'orefice knows this intimately. Here are the habits and substances she won't tolerate, and why you might consider following suit. 1. Refined sugar and sweetened drinks. Sugar ages you faster than time itself, she warns in interviews. Carmen avoids pastries, sodas, and even fruit juices. Why? Because excess sugar triggers glycation, a process where sugar molecules bind to proteins, like collagen, forming advanced glycation end products, AGEs, that stiffen skin, damage vessels, and accelerate cellular aging. AGEs contribute to wrinkles, arterial stiffness, and organ damage. Cutting added sugars can reduce systemic inflammation and preserve vascular health. 2. Processed and packaged foods. If it comes in a box and you can't pronounce the ingredients, leave it on the shelf. She skips chips, packaged snacks, and ready-made meals. These often harbor trans fats, excess sodium, and artificial preservatives, all linked to heart disease, hypertension, and cognitive decline. Diets high in ultra-processed foods are associated with increased risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, and even dementia. Whole, unprocessed options keep your cells nourished without toxic byproducts. Excessive sun exposure without protection. A little sunshine feeds the soul, but too much steals skin's youth. While Carmen enjoys fresh air and garden strolls, she never basks unprotected. She uses a broad-spectrum, mineral-based sunscreen and often wears a wide-brimmed hat or light scarf when outside for extended periods. Ultraviolet, UV radiation, damages DNA and skin cells, leading to premature aging, photoaging, and increasing the risk of skin cancers. Daily SPF 30+ shields collagen and protects cell integrity. Chronic stress and toxic relationships. Negativity is the fastest way to wrinkle, inside and out. Carmen sets firm boundaries around her time and energy. She declines invitations that drain her, avoids gossip-filled gatherings, and prioritizes uplifting companionship. Prolonged stress elevates cortisol, which breaks down collagen, impairs immune function, and accelerates brain aging. Cultivating positive connections and stress management practices supports hormonal balance and resilience. Overtraining and high-impact exercise. I move every day, but I never punish my body. She shuns extreme workouts or heavy lifts that risk injury. Instead, she opts for low-impact movement, mindful stretching, and posture work, which maintain muscle tone and joint integrity without chronic inflammation or wear and tear. While strength training is beneficial, excessive high-impact exercise without adequate recovery can lead to chronic inflammation, joint degeneration, and hormonal imbalances. Gentle, consistent activity often yields better long-term outcomes for seniors. Many ask, does she take supplements? Carmen Dell'orefice approaches this with caution and curiosity, viewing supplements as optional enhancements rather than crutches. Let's break down her philosophy and what science says. Carmen's gentle approach: multivitamin insurance. Carmen uses a basic, high-quality multivitamin to fill potential gaps, especially B vitamins, vitamin D, and minerals like magnesium and zinc. She emphasizes this is not her foundation, merely a safeguard against dietary shortfalls. Targeted antioxidant support. Occasionally, she adds astaxanthin, a marine antioxidant from microalgae, for skin and eye health, and coenzyme Q10 to support cellular energy. These are rotated seasonally, not taken year-round. Hydration and electrolytes. Instead of electrolyte drinks, she relies on mineral-rich water, herbal teas, and occasional homemade coconut water infusions to maintain fluid balance. A subtle nod to electrolyte supplementation without powders or artificial flavors. Carmen reminds us, these supplements are supplements, not substitutes for real food, movement, or mindset. As her doctor friends advise, routine blood tests and personalized dosing ensure safety and efficacy. Always consult a healthcare professional before adding new pills, especially if you're on medications. After all these rituals, food, movement, mindset, skincare, and selective supplementation, Carmen Dell'orefice points to one practice above all: living each day with intention. The power of daily intent. Each morning, Carmen asks herself a simple question before rising: what will I honor about my life today? That question guides every choice she makes: what she eats, how she moves, how she treats others, even how she cares for her skin. It transforms routine into ritual and habits into heartfelt acts of self-respect. Why intent matters. Science behind it. Neurocognitive alignment. Framing your day with purpose activates the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for planning, decision-making, and emotional regulation. Seniors practicing daily intention report better mood stability and sharper memory. Stress modulation. When you begin with intention, you're less likely to react impulsively to stressors. Studies show that a purposeful morning reduces cortisol spikes throughout the day, protecting your heart and immune system. Behavioral consistency. Intentionality closes the gap between knowing and doing. By setting a daily theme, whether it's nourish, connect, or move, you're more likely to follow through on positive actions instead of slipping into autopilot. How to make it your own. 1. Choose your word. Each evening, pick one guiding word for tomorrow, such as grace, strength, or joy. 2. Anchor it. Write it on a sticky note by your bedside or set a reminder on your phone just after you wake. 3. Carry it through. Let that word inform each small choice: your breakfast, a phone call, how you sit, what you read. 4. Reflect briefly. At day's end, note how honoring that intention felt. Small reflections build big transformations. As a doctor dedicated to senior vitality, I've seen countless quick fixes come and go, only to leave patients frustrated when results fade. Carmen Dell'orefice's approach reminds us that real, lasting youthfulness is built on consistent, multifaceted habits. Nourish your cells with whole, colorful foods. Move joyfully every single day. Rest both body and mind through intentional pauses and quality sleep. Protect yourself by avoiding harmful exposures and stressors. Cultivate purpose, gratitude, and curiosity to fuel your spirit. Start by choosing just one of these elements, perhaps adding a handful of berries to breakfast or taking a silent moment each morning. Over weeks and months, these small acts compound into vibrant health and a resilience that truly defies age. Remember, aging is not an enemy, but a journey rich with opportunity. Follow Carmen's blueprint with the wisdom of medicine at your side, and you may find your second prime is even more radiant than your first.